Hi guys, welcome to the TOEFL speaking test. Stay tuned till the end of this video because we have some sample answers that will help you improve your answers. In the next videos, we will talk about these answers in more detail and talk about what makes them good, but also what mistakes the speakers made and what you can learn from those mistakes. Now, get ready to take the TOEFL speaking mock test.
Question 1.
In this question, you will be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Some people prefer to learn about current events from watching television news programs. Others prefer to read about current events in newspapers or on the Internet. Which do you think is better? Watching the news or reading the news? Explain why.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 2.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read the article from a university newspaper. You will have 45 seconds to read the article. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students discussing the article.
What on earth is the university thinking?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, those buildings aren't just used for classes. That's where my evening study group usually meets.
Oh, of course, that's true. But you could go to the library instead.
Yeah, but the library only has a few rooms that people can use for group meetings, which is why classrooms have been so convenient. But now, if it's winter and cold, where can we go?
Right. In the middle of winter? Forget it. Or even if it's just kind of cold out.
It'd be pretty unpleasant.
Oh, but still, they obviously have to do something about the situation.
Oh, I agree. They have to do something, but they should find a solution that isn't so disruptive, to academics no less.
Such as?
Well, for one, if they replaced all those old windows. They're so drafty. They let the cold in, and if they insulated the buildings better. These are really old buildings. Charming, but
not at all energy efficient. Yeah, you're probably right.
There are some really basic improvements they could make that'd make a huge difference in the long term, that could solve the problem and still leave us somewhere to study.
The woman expresses her opinion about the plan described in the article. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 3.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Now read a passage from a business textbook. You have 45 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a business management class.
Okay, so we've been talking about starting a business. Let's say I want to open up a pizza restaurant. Well, I know how tough it is to make a new business succeed, and I want a sure thing. So I contact a big company that owns a chain of pizza places. Let's say it's called Pizza Town, and I pay for the rights to call my restaurant Pizza Town and to sell Pizza Town's special one-of-a-kind pizza. Now, since everyone's heard of Pizza Town, it's really popular, I don't have to worry about whether people will want to eat my pizza or not. I already know this pizza will sell well because it's a known thing, and that means that there's a better chance my business will succeed. Now, in exchange for being able to call my restaurant Pizza Town, I have to agree to run the business the Pizza Town way, and Pizza Town trains me to do this. They show me how to do everything, how to make my pizzas taste like Pizza Town pizzas, how to advertise, even how to make my store look like a Pizza Town. Now, this means that I don't have a lot of freedom or choice in the way I run my business. But in a lot of ways, this is great for me. After all, Pizza Town's way generally works. They sell a lot of pizza.
Using the example given by the professor, explain how franchising works.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 4.
In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Now listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
When people are in difficult situations, sometimes they experience feelings of helplessness or psychological pain. So what do? They unconsciously use strategies called defense mechanisms to protect themselves psychologically from their painful emotions. Let's say a woman has a pet dog. She's had this dog for a long time, and he's kept her company and guarded her for years, but one day he runs away. This woman looks everywhere and asks other people if they've seen her dog, but she just can't find him. Now, she feels helpless and sad because she misses her dog, so she'll unconsciously find ways to deal with her painful feelings. One defense mechanism she might use is fantasy. With fantasy, the woman uses her imagination. So, instead of just feeling helpless and sad about her lost dog, she invents a happy story in her mind. She might imagine that a nice family found him and feeds him, and that he's really happy with them. She'll picture the dog playing, running around, having fun. Because of this fantasy, she doesn't have to feel sad about her dog running away. It's a fantasy. It's not real, but it keeps her pain away. Another defense mechanism she might use is what we call sublimation. Sublimation is different from fantasy because sublimation isn't about pretending. It's about turning negative emotions into something useful, practical. So the woman might start a dog training school. That way, by training dogs, perhaps she can help prevent other people's dogs from running away like hers did. In other words, with sublimation as a defense mechanism, the woman redirects her negative feelings about losing her dog into a positive, constructive activity.
Using points and examples from the talk, describe the two defense mechanisms mentioned by the professor.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
I watch the news when I prefer to get some entertainment mainly, and not to go into deep into any specific subject, just to see what's going on, the most important events. I prefer to read about the news when I am interested in getting the details of some specific event, to go in deeper, maybe to think about what is discussed in the news article, and it helps me to better focus on the topic and understand what I think about it better.
Since we are living in a digital age, I think that watching the news is better than reading. There are a lot of TV news programs that you can choose from if you want to be updated on current events. And you can also watch it at nighttime with the lights off. For example, I like catching up with the news at nighttime after my work around 10 p.m. And usually I turn off the lights and lie in my bed and then I watch the videos. And another advantage is you can also share some videos on social media to spread awareness about the latest news and it becomes viral in an instant.
The woman says that she is not happy with the university's plan to reduce temperatures in classrooms outside of normal student hours. This is because she thinks the university did not consider her evening study classes uh, that she takes part in. The woman says that the library is an alternative, but not a very good one because there's not much space in the library for everyone that is interested to take part in the study sessions. The woman provides an alternative solution in the form of replacing old windows that are drafty and let a lot of cold air into the um, rooms, and also better insulation of the old buildings would make them more energy efficient.
The woman said that the plan was disruptive for students and she doesn't agree with it. The reason was usually she stays in the classroom for their evening study group meetings. She said that the library is not so convenient because of lack of space. She also said that the school should think of other solutions, like changing the windows and if they insulated the building better, since it's an old building, so that both student and school will benefit from energy cost saving measures.
Franchising is the process of opening up a business based on the rules and guidelines provided by an already established business and under license from that established business. Uh, Generally, the new business owner has to pay for this privilege, but what he gets in return is a kind of safety and higher chance of success because they will be offering a product that already has a proven market for it. In the example given of the pizza shop, the new owner was very happy that he will be selling pizzas of a recognized brand and offered training for that, and was not too concerned that he cannot run the business in every aspect as he would see fit.
The professor explained how franchise works. He explained that franchising is contacting a big company that is well known and paying them to give you the rights to use their company's name and sell their products. He said that trainings are needed of how the company works because once you franchise, you need to run the business under the company's rules. For example, you need to learn how to make their original pizza, and you have to follow these protocols, and how to advertise, and how to design the place. No freedom to change anything or run the business, but it's still a good choice since Pizza Town is already well known.
In the talk, the professor gave two examples of how people use defense mechanisms to deal with stressful and painful situations that they encounter. The example mentioned a woman that had a dog, but one day the dog ran away. And the woman couldn't find the dog anywhere. She felt intense sorrow and pain. One of the defense mechanisms that the woman could use was escape into fantasy. This means inventing or imagining a positive story that the dog found a loving family and is in a good place now. Another mechanism is sublimation, where negative emotions are used as fuel to do something positive and convert the actions into something constructive.
There are two defense mechanisms. The example given by the speaker was a girl who had a dog for a lot of years whom she really cared about. One day the dog ran away and she couldn't find him. She looked everywhere but still no hope, so she felt helpless. Now, she uses her imagination that the dog is with a good family and is really happy with the new owner. This defense mechanism is an example of fantasy. Now, another example was a same girl, but after losing her dog, what she did was she started a dog training activity. Now, this negative feelings turns into practical or positive constructive activity. This defense mechanism is called sublimation.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Share your thoughts in the comments section and check back for new videos.